presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me.
Who am I and what do I do? I'm DJ Empty Beats. I'm an entertainer. That's it. That's how I sum it up. I'm a pure entertainer. That's it. All right, when did I start? I actually started DJing. It was, let me see, my daughter, she's 13, so it's probably 14 years ago. I actually went to a couple of clubs, man, back in the days. O'Malley's being one, which is funny. DJ Deuce used to DJ at this teen night. Man, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just seeing how DJs had control of multiple people, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. But then also seeing people like the DJ Through the Roofs, the DJ Infamous Ones, the DJ Carls. Like, these people was my age, you know what I'm saying? And they was rocking out, you know what I mean? But I went to one party at Jim Porter's, I remember it. And this is back when E. Feezy was still here. Okay. And when I tell you, the way he captured the crowd was terrifying to me. You know what I'm saying? It took it to the point to where I actually came up to him and I asked him, yo, can you teach me how to DJ? So he looked at me and he was like, yeah, get your own equipment and I got you. At that time, man, you know what I'm saying? I kind of took it as disrespect, you know what I mean? Young, dumb, and I'm just like, man, hey, why ain't you gonna teach me how to DJ on, you know what I'm saying, your stuff? But then it made sense to me, like, all right, somebody that's teaching you how to do something, and the only time that I can practice is when I'm around you, it kind of defeats the purpose. So pretty much what he was saying is, show me that you're willing to invest in yourself, and also show me that, you know what I'm saying, like when I'm not around, you still got access to something that you can practice on, you know what I mean? By the time I got my own turntables, he was gone, you know what I mean? Ran into some good brothers, Kim Cam DJs at the time, you know what I mean? Let me see, DJ Choice, let me see, DJ Tay, LB, let me throw them under there first because they really was the people that, you know what I'm saying, like took a risk on me, was just like, hey, this is how you do this is how you do that, this is how you do this. But then going to the clubs and seeing people like Big D, seeing people like Chaos, seeing people like Weedy, seeing people like, let me see, DJ Q, E. Feezy, all these DJs, you know what I'm saying? Seeing things that they did, because what people don't know is, like Big D, for an example, I took away from all of y'all and embedded it in myself, you know what I'm saying? So I seen how Deuce would play a lot of music that made people dance, you know what I'm saying? Like constantly, dance, 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 energy. I seen one thing that Big D used to do at after hours was he used to just be like bringing stuff back. So it would be like, hood, where is that? Hood, where is that? Hood, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. I seen how Chaos and E. Feezy would pick up that mic and, you know what I'm saying, sell a record. You know what I'm saying? That was dope to me. You know what I'm saying? You look at somebody like DJ Q, who was real technical on the scratching and all that other stuff. That was dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I pretty much took away from all these guys and was just like, hey, how can I embed it in myself and what people was teaching me or whatever, and basically made the monster that I am. Let me see, you asked me what was the first place I DJ'd at. It was a spot called Mama's Table. It was out in Newburgh. You know what I'm saying? It was a real intimate spot, a restaurant during the day, a nightlife at the nighttime. You're probably looking at a place that probably held, it'll be packed in there with 50 people, you know what I'm saying? But we never really got 50 people in there. It was more of like family and friends that would come out. Man, I had this cheap ass turntable set. Like, it was called a DJ battle pack. That's what it was. Came with two Newmark turntables and this cheap mixer. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't had no case of coffins or nothing. I used to put them on a box. And I mean, they used to let me get busy, man. You know what I'm saying? And then shout out to like DJ Choice. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something, man. When it comes to just a family in general, and this is what's so dope about Kim Camp back in the days and also the Allegiance today, Like, I remember not having equipment to be able to do parties, but would shoot a text message out to my brothers and sis, and they make sure they bless me every time. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to shout out Keith Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Like, he blessed me with letting me DJ at Mama's Table or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And from there, doors just started opening.
Okay.
Like my struggles starting out, like I'm a firm believer, man, if you're gonna be committed to something, like you gotta be 110% in. So one thing that I did was I made sure so that I didn't disrespect all the people that came before me. I made sure I studied and learned the craft of DJing. When I first started DJing, one thing that I realized was I was trash. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I did was lock myself in this apartment. Me and my homeboy Mooney, we had this apartment, and with nothing in there but our beds, and then in the living room was a set of turntables. You know what I'm saying? So you can ask any like DJ that really knows me. For a year, I disappeared. And that year, what I was pretty much doing was DJing. And then what else is crazy is there was people that was out there DJing, and I mean, had a stable in the city or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like killing, tearing stuff up. I made a hit list, you know what I'm saying? And there's some people that I call my brothers today that made that hit list. But DJing is a very competitive field, so I made this list of all the DJs that I wanted to kill pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And that year, that studying that I did, that practicing that I did, you know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely helped me out in the long way. But before the DJing stuff even happened, I used to have this mixtape series called the Step Into the Bad Side or whatever. Back then I was making music. And I sat there and I told myself that instead of fighting with these other DJs to to play my music, why don't I just become a DJ and play my own music? You know what I'm saying? So I heard a mixtape with Greg Street on there or whatever, right? And it had all these drops from like Ludacris, T.I., Outkast, Dungeon Family. All these people was just like, yo, this is T.I., and I'm rocking out with, you know what I'm saying, I don't get his name after I just said it. And so I was just like, man, I want that type of respect. You feel me? So what I did was made a Step Into the Bad Side mixtape. On that mixtape was nothing but independent artists from Louisville, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And I went and got drops from them. The B Sims, the Her Seasons, the Chaotic D's, the D Freshes. All these people, you know what I'm saying? Made sure that I got drops from them. So when that song was played, they'd be like, yo, it's B Sim. I'm rocking with DJ Empty Beats. You better step into the bad side. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you know what I mean? The rest was history.
Okay.
And some of the obstacles that I'm running into today is you never can stop getting better. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing that I do radio because I get to touch my turntables every day. But even when I'm not on air, man, which I do not know, I at least practice 2 hours out of the day. You know what I'm saying? And it's either just working on cuts or, you know what I'm saying, just doing different transitions, blends, and all that other stuff. Or just trying to see, can I go through my library without touching my crates? Can I just pick songs off my head? And, you know what I'm saying, like just challenging myself. So every day I'm still practicing today. All right, the reason to doing mixtapes was, you can probably say, let's go in a time machine. 10 years ago, mixtapes was very powerful. This was the way of, like, what a playlist is today. That's what mixtapes was back in the days. This is back when the DJs used to have the streets. We would want to be the first to break records, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of disrespectful for an artist to send out a record and you be like, yo, you didn't give it to me first, you know what I'm saying? So our whole objective was to feed the streets with new music or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's a way to get your name relevant, especially when you was traveling back in the days, you know what I'm saying? This was a digital card. Well, not a digital card, but a audio card pretty much. You made sure you put crazy drops in there, you stamped yourself. Man, I remember going to the Camp offices, man. Dudes used to record these crazy drops for me, you know what I'm saying? Kyrus used to put these crazy drops on there, and you know what I'm saying? You get the music, you basically try to make it a movie, you know what I'm saying? For me, I think what really made my mixtapes dope was my intro was kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? My intro really set the bar. It was actually like a demonic step into the bad side version. Like, I don't even know where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? I can't find it today. So just utilizing that mixtape series also helped put my name out in the streets, build a bond with the artists, and the mixtape game is completely gone now. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think the playlist has replaced it. So to any DJ, if you are looking to break records and all that other stuff, man, you gotta get with this playlist stuff at the end of the day. All right, Dope 16. Woo! Jesus Christ. Man, Dope 16, it's godly. It's a baby to me, you know what I'm saying? Me and Bruce, me and Beezy. Matter of fact, sometimes people will put us together and call us E-Beezy, which was crazy. Let me see. It was actually something that Bruce started. And what's crazy, man, a lot of people don't know. Before we started Dope 16, me and Bruce met probably once or twice before we started Dope 16. I remember it was an open mic thing. Man, this is back when open mics used to be popping. It was at 116. And Bruce was out there with a camera. And he was just pretty much like, yo, I'm starting this new thing. It's called Dope 16. And pretty much what it started out was we would go to open mics. We would record you, and all you would do is spit a Dope 16. You know what I'm saying? We went to Tailgaters one night, and I remember it like yesterday. D Fresh, Reek Beak, had some words in the club. All of a sudden, it was like, man, let's go outside. Let me see, Nova popped up. Efeezy popped up. A lot of people that was inside decided to come outside, and all of a sudden there was a battle. You know what I'm saying? BZ pulled out his camera. We started recording it. We had total control of the Dope 16 website. What people don't know is Dope 16 was supposed to be like a social networking platform or whatever, all right, for artists. And we had the home screen. You created a profile. You created a profile, and basically it was a way for artists to network throughout the city. You know what I'm saying? But once we captured that first battle, and we seen the feedback that we got from it, it shifted. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I got a phone call from Tyrant, young Tyrant. He was like, "Yo, we seen the battle that y'all put up with D Bricks. I mean, not D Bricks, but D Fresh and Reek Beak. We want to schedule a battle." So Beezy is a mastermind, all right? So Beezy was like, "I know a couple of people that battle. I know a couple of people that spit. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a card out of this." You know what I'm saying? We went to the complex. This is where Tyrant battled Soup. And we had a couple of other openers before they battled. And when I tell you, no. Was it KO versus Tyrant, I think? KO versus Tyrant, I think. I think that happened first. And then from the rest was just history. You know what I'm saying? We started out in a small venue, no security. But everybody that used to come out understood the culture. You know what I'm saying? And for what Dope 16 was growing into was phenomenal. You know what I mean? We created a group on Facebook, and we actually realized instead of promoting to people that didn't care about it, we promoted within the group or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And what that did was we knew everybody that was in that group wanted to see battling. You know what I mean? So it was nothing for us to just go in there and make a post and be like, all right, this Sunday we got a battle. Here's the card. Matter of fact, the group was utilized to form a lot of the cards. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, who wants to battle this time around? Yo, who do y'all want to see? And then the card would just form out from there. And the dopest thing ever is as soon as we get the card posted up, there was people like people's baby mamas was going to the ops DM and was like, hey, he ain't paid his child support in this month. He ain't did this. He ain't did that. And people was basically just giving out information on people because they seen that they was battling. You know what I'm saying? Dope-16 was so unique because you had some of the most disrespectful stuff being said on these stages, but you know what I'm saying, like everybody understood it. It was like wrestling, you know what I'm saying? So I know when I went places, like people would literally call me and Beezy Vince and Shane McMahon. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, "Yo, y'all are a trip." And then, man, just the Balboas, the Gunners, the Piffs. I'm gonna throw Tyrant in there. I'm gonna throw Snotties. Golly, I'm forgetting their names. KY the General, the Slow Me Downs. Man, it was so many of them that was dope. The Evans, the Infax, man. Like when we merged from just being an urban battle league, and then we tapped into the non-urban side. Like honestly, I ain't even gonna lie, and I'm gonna say it right here, man. You're gonna get this first. If we never would have stopped it, there's no telling where we would be right now, golly. But God don't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like Dope-16 is definitely a staple in the city. I don't care what nobody says. I thought it was dope when some of the battlers would come back and they'd be at the Dirt Bowl and they'd be like, yo, kids are reciting my bars. We had a lot of rappers that actually made music that was complaining because the battle rappers was getting more attention than they was. You know what I'm saying? Like Dope-16 was dope. That was a movement for real. And then when it shut down, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no love in the heart of the city, man. But shout out to Beezy, man, because at the end of the day, he was the mastermind of all of it, and it was dope.
Presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to